Los Angeles Rams are in a very interesting position with their quarterback. Matthew Stafford, of course, traded to the Rams from Detroit in 2021. He won a Super Bowl, but he also signed a 4-year, $160 million contract extension, which guarantees him $31 million in 2024 and has some additional payments in subsequent years. So they are looking for a new deal. That is the report. Matthew Stafford wants to stay in Los Angeles. Do the Rams want to pay a 37-year-old Matthew Stafford to continue to be their quarterback, or do they want to potentially move on, see if there's greener pastures out there? So I think what very much complicates this is, are there any standout quarterbacks in this draft? Do you believe that Sanders or Ward could be the quarterback of the future? Do the Rams believe that? Very unclear. So what was interesting was Colin Cowherd on his show had a proposal, a theory that I want to go over. So I'm going to play that clip right now.
So I am going to propose something. I made a couple of calls yesterday, a couple of texts this morning. Yesterday I was talking to a longtime NFL exec, and he said this is not crazy. The Rams like Matt Stafford, but they're tiring of the constant quarterback talk, his wife saying things publicly. They like him, but they don't want to restructure his deal and give him a big contract. Meanwhile, the Giants do not like the quarterback class, and Brian Daboll, the head coach, and Joe Shane, the GM, have got to win or they'll be fired by Thanksgiving. What the Rams want, I'm told, they want the Giants' first-round pick at number 3. They want to take that pick, move down, and get more picks. Why? So they have extra picks for next year when they have to move up to get a quarterback. So what the Rams will be in the market for if Matt Stafford moves is a 1 to 2 year rental at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers. Hear me out. Aaron needs a rehab. Got a house in Malibu. West Coast guy. Remember, Matt LaFleur's brother is the OC with Sean McVay. Well, he's been in that system before. I believe Aaron is craving infrastructure, stability, a head coach he respects, organizational excellence.
So very interesting. He has Matthew Stafford being traded to the Giants. This will give them a lot of picks in order to move up, not this year, but next year for quarterbacks that they maybe favor more. And in the interim, he suggests that the Rams could get Aaron Rodgers. So obviously Rodgers is coming off a very interesting 2-year stint with the Jets, injured in his very first game, misses the entire first season with a torn Achilles. Comes back this year, doesn't play great. Jets don't play great. Jets end up with a losing record. And now it's reported that the Jets and Aaron Rodgers are done. It's over in New York for Rodgers after a disappointing 2-year run for him. I know they did a social media post where they were like, thanks for everything. And people being like, what did he actually do? Which is not much. So do I think that this is possible? Well, certainly the Giants probably are regretting giving Daniel Jones that extension, given that he's not on the team anymore. So you probably regret that as well. That didn't work out whatsoever for the Giants. And the Giants, they've been kind of down the last 10 years with the occasional fluky playoff run in there. So I do think that Matthew Stafford paired with Brian Daboll, that could work out extremely well. I think he could be a very interesting quarterback for the Giants. On the other hand, the Rams, I think that they're a good enough team to still compete. I mean, they're really the only team that gave Philly a run in these playoffs, and Matthew Stafford was a big part of that. So does Sean McVay want to start over with either an unknown entity or a bad backup, Sam Darnold, perhaps? Or does he want to take the risk to bring in Aaron Rodgers and the ego and the drama and the Pat McAfee appearances that come with Aaron Rodgers? Is that something that Sean McVay is really interested in. I personally can't see that aspect of it, but I could potentially see them trading for the Giants, getting a lot of picks, drafting someone late to kind of be a project, a maybe we'll see type of a player, or signing, a kind of bridge, maybe even Kirk Cousins, who's also, will be a couple years out from his torn Achilles by then. So very interesting scenarios. What do we think will happen if you're a Rams fan? I'd love to know. Do you think Matthew Stafford is going to get traded? And do you think the Giants are a realistic place? Or do you think they'll figure out the money situation? It has been reported that the deadline for all of this will be the NFL Combine so that everyone can kind of have their affairs in order moving forward into the next league year. So we'll keep an eye on that as things develop. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.